students, welcome to PS Maths classes. Let's learn how to divide a decimal number by another decimal number. In such cases, we try to convert the divisor into a whole number by multiplying the dividend as well as the divisor by 10, 100, 1000 and so on, depending on the number of decimal places in the divisor. So let's start with part A. Here 204.1 is to be divided by 1.3. Now what do you observe? This divisor has got one decimal place. That means we are going to multiply the dividend as well as the divisor by 10. So first of all, we are going to write this division problem in the form of a fraction. So I write here 204.1 upon 1.3. Now we multiply the dividend as well as the divisor by 10 so that the divisor becomes a whole number. So when we are going to multiply both these terms by 10, the decimal point is going to shift towards the right by one place. And 204.1 becomes 2041.0 or simply 2041. Now look at the divisor. This is 1.3. So the decimal point is going to shift towards the right by one place. And 1.3 gets converted to 13. So we have the divisor now, which is a whole number. Let's start with the division now. I write the dividend 2041 here and the divisor 13 on the left side of this parenthesis. Let's start with the division. Now 13 times 1 will give us 13. 20 minus 13 is equal to 7. I bring down this digit 4 and we have 74. We don't get 74 in the table of 13. So 13 5s will be equal to 65, which is exactly less than 74 in the table of 13. 74 minus 65 is equal to 9. I bring down the last digit, which is 1, and 13 7s is equal to 91 and the remainder is 0. So the quotient of this division problem is 157. I hope you found this whole process quite easy. Now look at part B, everyone. Here 39.072 is to be divided by 0.16. The divisor has got two decimal places. So both the dividend as well as the divisor should be multiplied by 100 so that this divisor gets converted into a whole number. So again I write this division problem in the form of a fraction. And we multiply both the terms by 100. So this will be equal to, the decimal point will shift towards the right by 2 places. So 39.072 becomes 3907.2 upon, here also the decimal point will shift towards the right by 2 places. And 0.16 will become 16. See, the divisor is a whole number. So let's start with the division. The dividend is 3907.2 and the divisor is 16. Now 16 times 2 will give us 32. 39 minus 32 is equal to 7. I bring down the 0. We don't get 70 in the table of 16. So 16 4s are 64. 70 minus 64 is equal to 6. I bring down the next digit, which is 7. So 16 4s are 64 again. So 67 minus 64 is equal to 3. I bring down the last digit, which is 2. Now 16 twos are 32. The remainder is 0. Now let's insert the decimal at the right place. How many decimal places is it having? It is having only one decimal place. So count from the right side 1 and put the decimal. So the quotient is 244.2. In part C, we have to divide 0.1885 by 2.5. As this divisor has got only one decimal place, so both the dividend as well as the divisor should be multiplied by 10 so that the divisor gets converted to a whole number. So again I would like to write it in the form of a fraction, and I am going to multiply both the terms by 10. The decimal is going to shift towards the right side by one place. So this becomes 1.885 upon 2.5 changes to 25, and this is what we wanted. Now I arrange them in the parenthesis. So the divisor is written here. 1.885 will be written at this place. This dividend is a decimal number. Now ignore this decimal point till we get the quotient, and then we are going to insert the decimal point at the right place. Look at the first digit. This is smaller than 25, so I take two digits. 18 is also smaller than the divisor 25. So I take three digits. Now we have 188. But 188 doesn't come in the table of 25. So which other number is exactly less than 188 in the table of 25? 25 sevens are 175. And we subtract. The remainder comes as 8 minus 5 is 3. 8 minus 7 is 1. And 1 minus 1 will be 0. So the remainder here is 13. I bring down the next digit. Now I clearly know that 135 doesn't come in the table of 25. But 25 fives are 125. The remainder is 10. And there is no other digit to be brought down. Whenever the remainder is a non-zero number, so we add or we insert a 0 in the decimal part of the dividend. So I put 1 0 here and I bring it down. Now we have 100, and 25 fours gives us 100. Now the remainder is 0. The most important thing is to place the decimal at the right place. How many decimal places do we have in the dividend? We have 4 decimal places in the dividend now. So count 4 digits from the right side. 1, 2, 3. Where's the 4th one? So we are going to add 0 here. Now I put the decimal. We don't leave the whole number part blank like this. So I am going to insert one more 0, and the quotient becomes 0.0754. So let's move to the last part. It is 6.3168 to be divided by 0.14. Now the divisor has got 2 decimal places. So to convert it to a whole number, the dividend as well as the divisor should be multiplied by 100. I arrange them in the form of a fraction. 6.3168 upon 0.14. Both these terms are to be multiplied by 100. So the decimal point is going to shift towards the right by 2 places. 1 and 2. 1 and 2. So the dividend becomes 631.68 divided by 14. So I am going to arrange them here. The dividend is 631.68 to be divided by 14. Now we know that 63 doesn't come in the table of 14. So which other number is exactly less than 63 in the table of 14? 14 fours are 56. And when we subtract 56 from 63, the remainder is 7. I break down the digit 1 and it becomes 71. 14 fives are 70. The remainder here is 1. I break down the next digit, which is 6. 14 ones are 14. The remainder here is 2. I bring down the last digit, which is 8. And 14 twos are 28. The remainder is finally 0. Let's count the decimal places in the dividend 1 and 2. So count 2 digits from the right side, 1, 2, and put the decimal. So the quotient here is 45.12. I hope you students would have surely understood how to divide a decimal number by another decimal number. It appears to be quite complex, but if you follow the steps, the division problem becomes very easy. So students, don't forget to practice at home. Bye-bye for now. I hope to see all of you in my next video.